This is actually the same rule as the previous question. This is, once again, the to and ing rules. You can see the SAT is repetitive. They do often keep incorporating the same rules on different sections, sometimes in the same section. Here, again, the reason I know that it's the to and ing rule is I have the to form here, ing here. So it's not really about singulars and plurals. It's not about past, present, future. This is much more about the structure of the sentence. So let's just take a look at the sentence. A decade later, Land blank his technology to invent the world's first instant camera, the Polaroid Land camera. And so A is the answer, kind of for the same reason it was on question 15. It's the main verb in the sentence. Land used his technology. But I will point out that after that, we have the to form, because when we have two verbs in a row, the second one is usually in that to form, the infinitive. So used to invent. It can be the case that there's some extra stuff in between, in this case, his technology, but basically when those two verbs are working together, the second one is kind of in the more standard to form, and it's that first one that gets changed. Things like singular and plural might matter, the tense of the verb might matter, but in this case, it's not really that it's past tense that I'm picking it. It has to do with the fact that it's the only verb that's actually in that main verb form. The INGs are going to kind of make it less strong, so we can't really use it as the main part of the sentence. And then again, we don't want the to because we have one later. So we already have that covered, and that would always be the second one anyway. So it just doesn't make sense here. So some of you might be distracted by other things that are changing in these choices, and that gets back to the main strategy for the writing grammar section is you want to make sure you can predict the rule that you're dealing with as much as possible based on those answer choices before you really start analyzing the sentence. So that way your brain is on the right track, you're thinking about the right things, and this is once again a rule where you can generally just listen to how the choices sound. Usually only one will sound correct. You are allowed to trust that instinct as long as you've read the entire sentence.